I am now live. Here we go. Please hop on. I'm so excited for this. Come, my followers. My. What? Oh, oh.
Hey, hey!
Hi!
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful. Are we live already, or
We
just
are.
behind the scenes?
We're here. This is live.
Oh,
We're
nice.
here. How are you?
Wonderful yourself?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Let me make sure my volume's all the way up.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Now we're ready to rock and roll.
Right? Well, I want to start a little early, make sure we can get on okay, but just wanted to warm up a little bit, and then we can dive into it once people get on a little bit more.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
think we need some intro music.
Some intro. Wait, hang on. I got you. Okay, wait. What should I play? Ooh. Okay, I got one. Alexa.
Oh,
Well,
man.
hold on. Okay, this is my favorite song by J Balvin. Alexa, play. No, but that one's okay. Fred. Oh,
Oh, Alexa has a mind of her own.
Alexa,
Oh, and
stop
I said
playing
that word.
music.
Mine's gonna start singing now.
Oh my God, what is happening with Alexa? Honestly, all the time, she does not listen to me. Like, we'll be like, "What's the weather?" And she's like, "I don't know." And you're like, "What do you mean you don't know?" She's the worst. But how's the flower business going?
Wonderful. I mean,
Yeah,
we've been on a really good run. We've been very blessed. Thankfully, I think just in general, not just us here at Choice Farms, but I think even as an industry, we've all been in a very good run.
that's great.
So
And you're
just keep it
coming.
going.
And you're coming. Do you work from home?
I am in my
You're in
office.
office. Okay.
I try to make it look like home. Does it look like home?
I could not tell. I was like, you got a little office there at home, little hookup. Because I don't have an office, so at home at least, it's just like a desk in a corner. So
Okay, that works.
it still works, yeah. But that's awesome. Well, I think we can get started now. I'm really excited. You of all people are the one. I wanted to say the special time to bring you on. I said me bringing Freddie on is just too like right away. That's I feel like people expect that. So I was like, let me wait a little bit and get the flower movement live off on its feet and kind of see where it takes us. And I think this is the perfect time to really get your insights on the movement what's started. And I mean, you've done amazing things already, and you've been in the flower industry for forever. So I really am looking forward to hearing your thoughts on everything. Um, but yes, everyone, welcome to our live. This live is going to be centered around the flower movement. And for those who don't know what the flower movement is, it is basically a grassroots campaign started by our past president, Gabriel Becerra. And he had this idea that, hey, we do a lot of things in the industry that has to do with buying and selling and, making profit. And honestly, that's not what flowers are about. Obviously we want to share flowers, share the wealth, share everything and anything we can when it comes to flowers, but it's more than the business, and it's more about making a difference, and that's kind of what we had started with this campaign. We wanted people to go out into their community and share the love of flowers, bring smiles to people's faces, et cetera, et cetera. So today I have a very special guest with me. He is like a WUFSA veteran. I swear, he has built this organization. I've only been here for a little over 2 years, and I swear there is no one more committed. Sorry, anybody else who's in WUFSA. I'm sorry, you take the title of best, member, hand down. There's a member award.
I appreciate that's very kind of you, but I've been blessed to be surrounded by many Wolfsville rock stars over my
Yeah.
years, and I've learned a lot. I've followed their lead, and think the saying is I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
My God. And
Follow their lead.
and you know, and in time you're gonna be that giant, and people are gonna stand on the shoulders of you as well. Because I mean, honestly, I could not be more um, thankful for you and your leadership and helping me grow in this position. Even I tell you, y'all, Freddie will check me if I don't do something right when it comes. He will check me so fast, and I'm like,
Kindly,
oh,
kindly, very nicely and respectfully.
very honestly, yes, and I appreciate it because, like, you know, when I first started, I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't very knowledgeable in the flower area, so I was kind of like a newbie. So you really helped me in understanding, like, you're like, hey, obviously, like, we want to make sure that we're member focused and that we are, you know, not too in a box, but make sure that we have limitations and, you know, we can engage others in any way possible through concentrated content, if that makes any sense. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you can't just post flowers. Like, it
Agreed.
just
Agreed.
has to be concentrated. So
And to that, I'm a really big fan of yours. We all are. You've been a rock star with handling our social media, handling our marketing,
thank you.
even with this whole flower movement. I mean, you, Dominique, even Melanie spearheading with the marketing committee, leading Gabriel's charge in this initiative that he led us into.
Yes.
Patrick's done a great job in also making sure that that stays the course for WFSA.
Yeah.
That Patrick Bush has been doing a great job in leading us as well in
Yeah.
making sure we keep this message going. It just doesn't fizzle out. We want it to be a movement for many years to come.
That's what I'm saying. Because, and then we'll get into this too, but, you know, obviously Awareness Week is to, you know, provide a time where people can actually, like, pick up their feet and actually, you know, be active in their communities instead of just saying, go do it. Like, we're saying, really, go do it. I think that it's important, like you said, to keep it continuously going throughout the year. And that's why I did not want these to fall off. I wanted to continuously promote and make sure everybody does not forget that the flower movement is here and it's here to stay.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
so please tell us about you and your company you work for, your involvement with WFSA, all the things.
So I work for Choice Farms. We're importers and distributors of the world's finest cut flowers. I'm the sales manager here, and I've been here 19 years.
Wow, 19 years. Oh my
And I'm
God.
25.
So,
Crazy.
so what are you doing with WFSA? Like, can you tell me?
You missed that joke. You missed that joke.
I definitely missed it. What?
I said I was 25. I've been here 19 years.
I'm dead. Stop. And tell us what's been your involvement with WFSA? Like, I mean, you're on our committees, you've been on the board. I mean,
Well, as far as our company goes, we've been big time advocates of WFSA from the beginning of our company. The owner, George Constantine, has always been a big fan of us being involved in the industry. And our business is primarily, I mean, not primarily, we're strictly wholesale that we sell to. So I feel it's very important to be involved in WFSA. My interactions with WFSA is that from the beginning, I was, I want to say, I don't want to date myself too much, but maybe like 7-8 years ago, I was recruited to be part of the emerging leaders, something that we did a while back, and maybe we could bring back at some point. And we did that, and I did was part of the marketing committee.
Yeah.
And I've worked my way up, and now I'm on the board, which is great. Some people say I'm on the Darren Dewberry plan, but that's a whole nother conversation for another show. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my God, that is funny. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, that's awesome. You know, FDC is actually right around the corner, and I was kind of curious what your thoughts on was from FDC in March and how we integrated the flower movement into the conference. Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, FTC that we just had in March, which seems like yesterday. And,
yeah.
It was great. I mean, I think the message, again, we're continuously spreading more and more the message of the flower movement. People are getting the idea of what it means, and the flower wall is a beautiful symbol of what it means is that we're all, even though we're independent companies, we all come together for the same, the same goal. You know,
Yeah.
um, and I think that was beautiful doing the flower wall during FTC. FTC was a great success. I think it's
Yes.
been, this past FTC was probably the best one I've ever attended.
What?
Like you could feel exactly, you could feel the energy, you could feel the synergy. I
Yeah.
just think even as an industry, coming out of COVID, we've all I don't know if one of the positives from COVID is that we've all, I think, appreciate each other more. Like we all are living that true one flower family. It's not so much like, it's my company versus your company or whatnot. I feel the synergy between the synergy in the industry is something I've never experienced before, and it's a beautiful
Absolutely.
thing. I think it makes us all better.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, like they're competitors in the industry. Like, let's not lie, but
Yeah,
at the same time, we're all trying to achieve the same thing, and that's sharing the wealth and the love of flowers. I think that as an organization, we want to make sure that we are being cognizant, obviously, but we want to make sure that we're bringing people together, and that's why we focus so much on that bridging divides kind of
yeah, of
theme.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I think that people think they don't need to talk to other people or involve themselves with other people just because they are competitors. So, I think that that's where the connection lies is through flowers and wanting to share
yeah.
more with flowers. So I'm really, really, really interested in hearing about as well Flower Movement Awareness Week. So this was the first time me and Dominique actually, this was our brainchild. And because honestly, we were like, okay, so we have this campaign, but like, where do we want to go with it? Like, how do we get people to actually like, absorb the message? Because I think that's one thing that like we were really trying to like in our heads, like how do we want to do that? So the awareness week was kind of like that thing is that we really wanted to make sure that we can give people the tools and the knowledge that they can utilize and just go out into their communities and do some good. Obviously, like, it's hard to give up maybe inventory or product for free, essentially. But I think that, the messaging overall is what really matters. It's like making a difference is kind of like why we're doing this. We're not doing this to make a buck. We're doing this to make a difference. So, um, what tell me about what you did for Flower Movement Awareness Week, because I think a lot of people obviously here don't know what you did, you and Shores Farms, honestly, and tell me how it felt, the experience, all of the things.
So for this past Flower Movement Awareness Week, that was what, in August,
August 8th,
August 8th.
yeah, to the 14th.
So we went to a local school here, and we delivered 160 rose bouquets that we actually partnered with Alexander Farms. I want to give them a shout out. They were very kind in partnering with us to
Yes.
donate these flowers. And we went to a local school because we feel. I mean, obviously, there's many people that are deserving, but we
Yeah.
chose this school because teachers are how we feel. They're real life superheroes. They ultimately they inspire us to be the best version of ourselves, and we
Yes.
we wanted to let them know before the school year started that they are appreciated, and I don't know of many better ways to do that than with flowers. So it was a perfect situation for us to participate in. Our team was involved. I even had my son as well as a part of that experience, and he got to experience that. He got to see like, wow, I'm getting so many flowers, and they feel so good about it. Like,
It feels so
and he was
good.
giving adult after adult after adult a bunch of flowers. It was literally, I want to say, it was 160 people that we gave to, and it was beautiful. Like the comments we were getting back, it's that old adage that when you give, you receive. That was literally it in the moment. We were blessing them with flowers, but they were blessing us at the same time.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so for you, how was that experience in saying being blessed with that? Have you done anything like that before? Like, was that the first time you kind of experienced that emotion from them? Because it's incredible what you can do by doing just simple things like that. I think people um, you know, even me, like when I think about flowers, you think, you know, like, what is this going to do for me? You know, these are very temporary because, you know, they have a shelf life and da 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 da. But I think they all miss that portion of it, of that emotional part of it, is that that's why flowers are so like needed and they're so popular. And it's because they make you feel some type of way. So, you know, how was that feeling part? How did that make you feel?
I mean, we've always kind of done something like this, never to the scale of 160 at a time in one
Yeah,
particular place, but always as a company, we always felt it's important to give flowers to our employees, for our employees to take home flowers and to give to their neighbors and to give to their friends. And we've always somewhat partaken in something like that, almost on a weekly basis, that we
nice.
give our employees flowers, and we each get to take flowers home. And I mean, I've been doing this, I'll date myself, 20 years at this point.
Yeah,
And even to this day, I take flowers home and I give to my neighbors. And every time I give it to them, it's like a special moment. Like
yeah,
they feel so like, wow, you know, it just brightens up their day. It's something. And even though sometimes people might think flowers, you know, like they die. Yeah, but how long does a steak last when you go to eat it? You know, at
absolutely.
least you have your flowers for up to 2 weeks. You know, you get that constant emotional experience of the flowers just always there, full of life and beautiful, just around you. And that's something that's important.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. And it just really shows you that your work is doing more, you know, than just, you know, having people buy flowers, you know, in a retail market or whatever. You know, you know, they're actually doing something for somebody, you know. Oh, I have to tell you this. So when we were passing out our bouquets, we were passing them out in the mall, and we were just like, we're randomly giving them out, and it's so interesting to see people first of all, people are always like, oh no, like they're a little bit skeptical because like they think they have to pay for it,
Yeah.
first of all, which is like, that's kind of weird, but I understand. But also like some of them are like, oh my god, yes, can I get another, can I get another? I'm like, yes. But there was this one woman, she was with her, I think she was with her daughter, and Dominique gave her a bouquet. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, this was like so weird in timing because actually I'm on my way to my brother's grave. And I was going to buy flowers on my way there, but now I don't have to do that. You kind of
Yeah.
gave me this, you know, um, this gift to give to him. And I was just like holding back my tears. I was like, for real, like you never know where someone is going, how someone is feeling, what someone is doing, and how you just doing something so simple can like impact them and then impact you yourself. Because when I tell you, like, you know, I didn't realize probably how, you know, how this movement could really impact others. Like that kind of like set in for me that, oh my God, yes, like this is something real.
Yeah.
So it's incredible though. I have no words for how this awareness week kind of really like put everything into perspective
Yeah.
and gave us all a really nice thing to do for people, you know.
Agreed.
What are other things have you guys done aside from like, did you guys do anything else aside from giving your internal employees like flowers, like, or aside from helping out the teachers, have you guys done anything else?
I mean, for the most part, it's just give out flowers to, you know, like to just people in general. Like we constantly try our best. Never to the, like I said, never to the scale that we had done like 160.
Yeah.
But it's something that was so fruitful for us.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing it more often. I mean, it's definitely a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. And so, what would you say, Freddie, if like we were going to do like an awareness, like a flower movement, not awareness, but some kind of activity or even some kind of community service at FDC,
Well, that'd be fantastic. But
right?
speaking of to backtrack a little bit,
Yeah.
we did something like that at DevX
Yes,
at Len Bush, and it was a
you
beautiful
did.
thing that we had. We actually kind of did it like a competition that we're like one team versus the other team that was making bouquets, see who would make
Yeah.
more bouquets or whatnot. And we did, I don't know the exact number, but I want to say we did
That's
like
a lot.
200. It was like 200
It,
bouquets that we did, and it
it
was
was.
it was pretty extensive in bases and whatnot, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing that we did.
Absolutely.
And coming together, and especially at DevX, that was, you have people from all over the country coming together in one place doing this beautiful arrangement for people. I think they took them to nursing homes, they took them to hospitals.
Yes.
That was fantastic. So yeah, continuing that momentum at FTC, I think we just got to keep building every time we go a little bit bigger. Every time we go a little bit bigger.
Oh, I absolutely agree. And so DevX, I think you guys were at Len Bush, right?
Yes,
You're at Len
correct.
Bush, okay. And then did you see you guys were on the news?
Yes. Yeah, it was really cool.
I was like, what is going on? I'm like, this is so cool. I was like the attention that it's gotten is incredible. And you guys were even written in a couple press releases. I think
Agreed.
you sent us two. I don't know, you sent us a few things and I was like, oh my God, I was like, this is so amazing.
Yeah, we did make some press releases,
Yes.
which is great. I mean, it's just getting the word out there.
Getting the word out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so tell me if you were to, and I think you're such an advocate, for this movement, and I'm pretty sure you were very responsible for getting Choice Farms together to go out and do this for those teachers. I guess what would your advice be to our members or to others who are watching right now to really go out and do something good with flowers? Like what's your advice? Because I think I've had conversations with people before where they said, like, I'm not really, sure how to get started, or I'm not sure if, this would really go over well in this situation. Like, I think people are thinking really logistically about it. So I
Yeah.
guess, like, what would be your advice?
I mean, off the bat, I would tell everybody just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be this big production of,
Yeah.
50 bouquets or 100 bouquets or 200 bouquets. It could be 5. It could be 1. I mean, just every now and then spread smiles with flowers.
Red flowers. Yeah.
That's the idea. And and even with that, just grow on that. Once you do 1, do 5, do 10, just go out and do something. I think it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, it's good for whoever's receiving flowers. It's almost as good, if not even better, for the person who's actually giving the flowers, which is
Right.
which is what makes it a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so, I definitely I don't want people to be discouraged, to think that this is just some grand event that they have to plan and you have to get your event manager on this.
Yeah.
You have to go through this whole planning process, because I
No.
definitely understand that it can be pretty,
Yeah.
It can be a little bit intimidating, or you might not even have the time.
Exactly.
But that's why we really wanted to, bring about the awareness week, so we can get people to say, here's your week, find a day and try to do some good here. Like, just, get out there and give somebody a flower, put a smile on somebody's face, and then that'll be that. Because again, we are making a difference here. So
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
really love that about this.
What's our website? Is it
It's
theflowermovement.org?
flowermovement.org. Yes.
I mean, there's many examples there of what other members have done on all sorts of scales.
Yeah.
Participate. And somebody that, I mean, Gabriel at Golden, I mean, he obviously pioneered this initiative,
Sure
and
did.
they do a great job at consistently doing things in the community, and I applaud them to that. It's very inspiring. It inspires, people like us to continue to do the same and match their level of
Energy.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. Yeah, they did it. I think they did a flower market. And then they work with 2 different organizations to kind of get volunteers and get people, active into speaking with people and to build different bouquets. And it was like amazing to see just people like walking in to it was almost like a store, I guess, and they made their own bouquets. That is so cool. I was like, that is like so creative. I swear they do the best stuff. And even during like Christmas time, I mean, I'm about to steal some ideas here.
I'm sure they're all for it. I'm all for it. We're all gonna be doing the same thing, and it just makes us all better.
Absolutely, yes. So I know we're coming to the end of our time here in a minute. I was curious if you wanted to challenge somebody. Did you have a person in mind you wanted to challenge?
Yes. Yes, I do have a person in mind. John Burke from Deep
Yes.
Flora. He actually does have a great story. He actually partnered with you guys
He did.
to for the Flower Movement Awareness Week. John's. I learned a few things from John recently, actually at DevX. He's a undercover rock star.
What?
We had some, I'm sharing some secrets here about John, but yeah, we had some karaoke, and I mean, this guy just took the microphone. It was a whole nother level. And then we also had, yeah, it's pretty special. And then we also had to do part of the competition for when we were making the bouquets for the flower movement. Was
Yeah.
we had to write a song, and this guy's a lyricist. I mean, this guy puts a song together like
What?
he was like Jay-Z. He did it on one take. It was crazy. I'm looking at him. They're like, Freddie, work with John. I'm just watching, like being his hype man because this
Yeah.
guy's doing all the work. So yeah, I definitely would like
Right.
to challenge John. He's been a past committee member of WUFSA. DB's
Yes.
always been huge huge advocates and members of WUFSA.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I want
Oh
to
my
challenge.
God. So I'm going to write his name down right now. I think that's a fantastic choice. John is incredible. I got together with him and I think her name is Kalisa. Kalisa, and they both came and brought a truck full of flowers
Yeah,
that they had brought, and we went to a shelter and we gave out flowers so they can decorate their spaces.
that's
Um,
beautiful.
and I swear that it was nothing I've ever done. So, what would you say?
Uh, I think the internet was glitching for a second. I
Oh
see
yeah,
you
it
kind
was.
of in slow motion.
I just noticed that. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you good now? Are you still? Are you still
Yeah, I
good?
see you. I see you striking a pose.
I want to make sure I'm not glitching anymore. But yeah, I was saying that it was great to experience that with John and Kalisa because they made the process so seamless and even though they had never done it before either, so it was
Yeah,
really great to do that together. And I would love to honestly bring them both on because I would love to get their
sure.
insight on it as well.
By
Um,
all means.
so that's a great choice, Freddie. Appreciate that. So before we jump off, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to plug anything, if you wanted to give any last words, before we jump off. I think this was a great discussion. I just want to make sure you get everything you need to get out.
I mean, to me, more than anything is I think to continue to get people involved in our industry. Ideally, WUFSA. I mean, if it's other segments of the industry and SAF or whatnot, by all means, join that as well. But we want people involved in the industry because it just makes us all better.
Yeah.
And like I said, coming out of COVID, I think we've all learned to appreciate each other a lot more. The camaraderie between all of us is, to me, something I've never experienced before, and I think it's beautiful.
Right?
I think we need to continue that. We need to keep building on that. And, we need to keep adding people that aren't coming to events. We need you to go out to events. We need you to, interact with us. Exactly. We want you to join the party. So please come join. That's my message.
That is like if you were to have like a superhero catchphrase, join the party. That would be Freddie, that would be you because you like literally are the party. Anywhere you go, that is where the party is, like hands down.
They say if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
I mean, right. That's
So
absolutely correct. So everyone just needs to get on your level, period. But again, thank you so much for hopping on here. That was very well said. A message that I think everybody needs to for sure absorb, just so they can, do those things in their neighborhoods and their communities. Shine a little light on somebody in any way you can. It doesn't have to be with flowers. I say that a lot. Like, I feel like if you want to make a difference, it does not have to always be with flowers. So, and we have a couple members who literally don't even do everything with flowers.
Of
So,
course.
if
We have a lot of hard good suppliers.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, if there is something you can do, even if it's just going to volunteer somewhere, I mean, please do it. If you want to learn more about the flower movement, please go to www.flowermovement.org. And we have a lot of great information on there. This live will be posted there. We've got a couple of different media articles that we had gotten from doing Awareness Week, so go check those out. I have a whole photo collage of everybody's involvement. There was over 9 organizations,
Awesome.
maybe even
Yeah.
10, 11 who
Yeah.
actually were active that week, which is incredible. I thought that was so great for this being a first time out the bat thing.
I challenge all of us to double that next year. At least double it.
Yes, I think that's a great goal.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
And look, there's Lonnie. Hi, Lonnie. Lonnie
Hi,
also.
honey. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. I mean, Lonnie did an amazing event as well
Yeah.
during Flower Movement Awareness Week. I think she did something with teachers too.
No, I actually spoke to her about it today. She
We
did it
did.
with, also a retirement home.
A retirement home. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, somebody else did. Oh, you know what? That was Sahid. He did something with teachers as well.
Yes.
Okay. But yes, there are so many members, so many members who are doing so many great things in their communities. And you can too. It does not just have to be during Awareness Week. It can be
Agreed.
any time during the year.
Yes.
Which is almost over, by the way, Freddie. The year is almost over.
Crazy.
Can you believe that? I mean, it's like October is basically over. Anyway, I'm rattling on. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on today.
My pleasure. I appreciate the invite. It was lots of fun. You're a rock star. Keep doing a great job. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But thanks everybody for joining. Thank you for the comments. We will see you next time.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.